Europe is the world's second smallest continent, spanning 10.2 million square kilometers. It comprises 50 United Nations countries and features a powerful economy, often ranking in the world's top 3 alongside the United States and China. However, economic prosperity varies, with Eastern European countries facing lower levels of development. In this video, we are going to elaborate on the poorest European countries and the reasons behind their poor economies. Number 10. Ukraine. Ukraine is the poorest country in Europe as of 2023, with a per capita gross national income (GNI) of $4,653. This is in stark contrast to Ukraine's historical position, as the country once had the second largest economy in the Soviet Union. Following the dissolution of the Soviet Union in the early 1990s, Ukraine embarked on a difficult path toward becoming a market economy. This transition proved difficult, resulting in significant economic setbacks and a significant drop in living standards for many Ukrainians. Corrupt practices have not only destroyed the economy, but they have also weakened public trust in institutions, worsening the overall situation. More recently, the invasion of Ukraine by Russia in 2022 has added another layer of complexity to the country's economic woes. Before we proceed today's video, kindly consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the bell icon for the latest informative and mind-blowing content. 9. Belarus. After the Soviet Union's dissolution in 1991, Belarus, similar to other ex-Soviet republics, underwent a substantial economic overhaul. The transition from a centrally planned economy to a market-driven one presented a range of challenges and possibilities. The loss of established trading partners and disruptions in supply chains resulted in economic contraction. Additionally, the transition to a market economy required adjustments that affected various sectors and industries. The country's history reflects periods of economic hardship, recovery efforts, and an approach to safeguarding its vulnerable population during global economic downturns. While its economy has made progress, the broader context of economic stability, income distribution, and social well-being continues to shape Belarus's ongoing economic journey. 8. Georgia. Georgia's per capita gross national income, GNI, stood at $4,290, placing it among the lowest in Europe, trailing only Ukraine. Positioned between Russia, Turkey, Armenia, and the Black Sea, Georgia, a former Soviet republic, faces challenges while also embracing promising prospects. Significant improvements, such as comprehensive banking reforms, reduced corruption, and significant government investments in education, are paving the way for a brighter future for the country. These initiatives are causing positive changes in its economy as well as its position on the Human Development Index. With a commitment to enhancing its governance and education systems, Georgia is actively moving towards achieving sustainable development and improved quality of life for its citizens. 7. Kosovo. In a hypothetical scenario in which Kosovo is regarded as a sovereign nation rather than an independent Serbian territory, its per capita gross national income, GNI, in 2020 would be $4,440, placing it as Europe's third poorest country. Kosovo faces significant economic challenges as a partially recognized state that declared independence from Serbia in 2008. Approximately 30% of Kosovo's population has incomes below the poverty line, implying that more than 600,000 people live in poverty. The situation is aggravated by an alarmingly high unemployment rate, which reached 39%. The vast majority of households earn less than €500 per month, highlighting the population's widespread economic difficulties. 6. Moldova. Moldova, situated among the poorest nations in Europe, recorded a per capita gross national income, GNI, of $4,570 in 2020. Emerging from its Soviet past, Moldova confronted a series of challenges including political instability, economic downturn, trade barriers, and other adversities following the dissolution of the USSR in 1991. Absence of extensive industrialization, food insecurity, economic contraction during the shift to a market economy, and missteps in social policies have contributed to its economic struggles. Despite its recent hardships, there's noticeable progress. In recent years, the proportion of the population living below the national poverty line decreased significantly. This positive shift highlights the country's resilience and the possibility of improving living conditions and prospects for its citizens. 5. Albania. Following the dissolution of the Soviet Union in the 1990s, Albania underwent a significant economic transformation. It shifted from a socialist economy, characterized by state ownership and central planning, to a capitalist market economy. Albania was under communist rule from the end of World War II until the early 1990s. During this period, the country followed a rigid socialist economic model that stifled private enterprise and innovation. Moreover, Albania's communist regime adopted a policy of profound isolationism, effectively isolating the country from the global community. This approach had detrimental effects on trade, foreign investment, and overall economic progress. Albania faced infrastructural deficiencies and political instabilities due to decades of neglect under the communist regime. Insufficient transportation, energy, and communication networks impeded economic development. 4. North Macedonia. North Macedonia, located in the Balkans region of Southeast Europe, has undergone significant economic changes since gaining its independence in 1991. As of now, it ranks as the sixth poorest country in Europe. Following the dissolution of Yugoslavia in 1991, North Macedonia emerged as an independent nation. It shifted from being part of a larger socialist federation to establishing its own economic policies and trade relationships. At its peak, North Macedonia faced an alarming unemployment rate of 38.7%, underscoring the severity of the issue and the progress that has been made in recent years. The government of North Macedonia has implemented various policies to address economic challenges and promote growth. This high unemployment rate points to ongoing labor market challenges and the need for sustained job creation initiatives. As of 2022, North Macedonia's per capita gross national income, GNI, was recorded at $5,720. 3. Bosnia. After its war for independence from Yugoslavia, Bosnia encountered substantial economic difficulties as well. However, this economic statistic only hints at the complex story of a nation striving to rebuild after a tumultuous period in its history. The country's struggle for independence from Yugoslavia unfolded between early 1992 and December 1995, marking a period of intense conflict and upheaval. The war had far-reaching consequences, leaving lasting scars on Bosnia and Herzegovina's people, infrastructure, and economy. The war caused extensive damage to Bosnia's infrastructure, including transportation networks, utilities, and communication systems. The subsequent years required substantial investments to rebuild these vital foundations for economic growth. Bosnia's poor economy is the result of a combination of factors stemming from its war-torn history, ethnic divisions, infrastructure challenges, weak institutions, and various socio-economic issues. Addressing these challenges requires a comprehensive approach that includes economic reforms, improved governance, and efforts to attract investment, all while promoting social cohesion and stability. 2. Serbia. Serbia's per capita gross national income, GNI, stands at $7,400. In the early 2000s, Serbia experienced an 8-year period of economic growth marked by reforms, modernization, and global market integration. This led to higher economic activity, enhanced trade ties, and increased investment. Subsequently, the nation faced a recession due to the global economic shockwaves. In 2009, it officially entered a recession with a 3% negative growth rate. The downturn was worsened by reduced trade, lower export demand, and decreased foreign investments. The nation's impoverished economy is influenced by a range of factors. These include burdensome external debts, inadequate economic management, underdeveloped infrastructure, over-reliance on agriculture, and rapid population growth. Moreover, challenges such as healthcare deficiencies, political instability, social inequalities, and restricted foreign investment have further contributed to the economic difficulties. 1. Montenegro. Montenegro, having separated from the Soviet Union, also contends with economic challenges. Its per capita gross national income, GNI, stands at $7,900. Montenegro faces significant gender and age discrimination, which contributes to substantial gaps in income. Women in particular often experience unequal pay and limited access to economic opportunities, resulting in lower overall income. Around 50,000 people in Montenegro are internally displaced or refugees due to regional conflicts, including the Yugoslavia breakup. This group often struggles with socio-economic challenges due to displacement, including limited access to housing, jobs, and social services. Their poverty rate is estimated to be approximately 6 times higher than the national average, which was 8.6% at the time of the data. These individuals face challenges in integrating into the country's economic fabric, exacerbating their vulnerability.